Hey guys, Lukora here. Today's video is going to be the start of a series where I do a complete campaign playthrough, focused on being sort of a beginner's guide, helping people that are new to Path of Exile 2. So whether you're stuck on boss mechanics, or you feel your build's not coming along the way you planned, or you're just having a little bit of difficulty figuring out some of the game, hopefully this playthrough will help you get along. I decided to play as the warrior for this playthrough. I know it's one of the more challenging classes. A lot of people were having trouble at the beginning of early access. And also in this playthrough, I'm going to treat this character as if it's my first character. That means I'm not going to use any currencies that I found on my other characters or help it out with any items. I'm going to play with what I find, what currencies I find. I'm going to build up gold and only use what I found on this character to kind of show that you can do it no matter what your situation is, progression-wise. Alright, so let's get started.
By the first ones, you're alive. I'm glad to see another The miller went off to work now. Although I would appreciate it if you could.
Alright, let's grab our club.
Find the miller.
Clearfell could be in danger. I'd best hurry.
If you're following along and haven't done this first tutorial, it's just going to be a tutorial teaching you some of the basics of the game. I've done it multiple times, so I went ahead and disabled my tutorial. Early on, any bit of gear is going to help with your character to survive. Mostly early on, the key to your survival is going to rely on dodging and using the roll mechanic. If you're familiar with Dark Souls at all, it's kind of where your survival based on how good you can dodge and keep yourself alive. Which feels really rewarding. One of the very important things early on is to make sure that you're gaining enough levels. I know a lot of people try to rush through in these kinds of games, but especially in Path of Exile 2, leveling up as much as you can, especially early on in the first couple of zones, is going to really help your character survive and give you a little bit of power ahead of the current mobs of the area. We're going to get our first move, Rolling Slam. Put that in the skill gem slot. And then we will add that to our bar. Feel free to put it wherever you're comfortable using. I play with keyboard and mouse. This game has controller support if that's more your thing.
Hammer and anvil.
So while we're working our way up the beach here, we got our first level. Gonna get damage. The idea for this build, a lot of people play it with the big two-hander, go for a node that's called Titan's Grip, where you get two-handed weapons, but you're a lot slower but deal lots of damage. I like playing things that are a little off meta and not the basic bread and butter way to go. So my idea was playing a more dual-wield, single-handed, more faster attack speed based warrior. So we're gonna see how that turns out. I don't know if it'll be viable later on, but we're gonna work on it and see how it goes. To me, that's the most important part of this game, is just to have fun and try to be creative and play a style that you can come up with, or combinations that see if they work and see if you can pull it off. Alright, let's work our way through. And hopefully the information in this guide should be able to work on any class that you play. You don't have to just play the warrior like me. You can follow along, and most of the information is going to be like on boss mechanics and when to check for gear. Okay, so this is going to be the first boss of the game. A little bit of a spoiler alert. 3 moves you want to watch out for. He's going to blink red and do a big slam attack. It's unblockable unless you dodge roll out of the way. Another move he has is going to be a charge where he's going to run at you. You can just dodge roll out of the way for that too. And the other big move he has is he's going to summon zombies to aid him. And we'll just kill them along the way while focusing on dodging his big attacks and slow and steadily dwindling him down. So we're going to go ahead and engage. There's that big slam we talked about. Again, we're just going to roll when we see it. There's the tackle.
Stay back. Don't do this.
And there he's going to summon. There, you got a little bit of demonstration of all of it. There's that dodge. For that big slam. There's the tackle. There's that dodge move again. Tackle. He's gonna summon the zombies. And as you can see, I've played through a couple times, so I kind of know some of these mechanics. And once you die a couple times or play a couple times, you'll get the hang of it. And then that's kind of simple like that. It's just a little bit of repetition or understanding the fight mechanics. You drastically increase your survivability and kind of learning from your mistakes as you go. You don't always have to use your big moves constantly. You can just roll an auto attack and pick your shots. And slow and steady is going to win the race a lot in this game.
It was me or you.
We're going to take some items to sell. As you can see, I've got some gold saved up, but again, we're at 42,082. I'm going to try to not spend that and treat this as a new character with nothing. So I'm going to keep track of my gold from this point on and only spend the extra gold that I accumulate.
Well done. Please come and... Father, you're alive.
This early in the game, every little bit of gear is going to help your character. So it's just filling the slots to increase your survivability until we fill all of our slots with gear.
There's a beast, but now you could channel your...
We're going to go ahead and get the quest here in town. Going to sell the stuff we're not going to be using.
The Count must die for...
Welcome to the... I know you must something. I fear that our love... Goodbye.
So, Una, she can disenchant items. It's something that you want to focus on a little bit later into the game. We don't have to focus on it now, but that's something you'll want to do to build up material and currency to use for crafting. And she also is going to sell your caster-based items and potions and jewelry, such as rings or amulets. She also sells scrolls to identify items. Another little tip, if you're back in town, whether you're coming back to sell gear or turning in quests, and you notice that your pots are empty, your flasks, click on the well and it'll fill them up. This is Finn. He's what's called your gambler. You can spend gold to get a weapon or armor with random stats on it. It's kind of a little bit of a risk for reward. You can get lucky and get some good items.
He lives up to his reputation.
Renly is going to be your weapon or armor vendor. The game doesn't tell you this, but every level, the vendors change their items. I try to come back around every 5 levels and at least take a look. Sometimes you get really lucky and can find a yellow rare item with some good stats that'll really help boost you along during your campaign playthrough. But right now, we're going to act as I don't have any money. So, we're not going to be able to buy any of this.
Stick to the carrots.
And for this playthrough, I set up a stash tab for my character. This is where I'm going to put all the stuff that I find. And this is, I can only use things that I find to simulate if this was my first character's playthrough. Okay, so what we got from turning in that quest, we got our first uncut skill gem. We're going to right click it and it's going to show us what moves we can learn for our currently equipped weapon. Here are your weapons over here. You can show all gems. That's a little bit advanced, and you can literally use anything on any character as long as you're using the proper weapon corresponding to the requirement of the gem. So for like Bone Shatter, you have to use a one-handed mace or a two-handed mace in order to use this skill. We're going to click on mace, and we're going to take Bone Shatter. We already have Rolling Slam. That's kind of our slow, big damage dealer. I like Bone Shatter.
Is equipped. Monsters display these indicators when
whenever you stun a monster, you hit it, and you'll do a big old damage attack.
To stun them.
Good. Equip that. Put that onto our skill bar. Okay, we grabbed our quest, and we're going to head out into the next zone, Clearfell. One thing I like to do, especially my first playthrough, when you come into a new zone, it's U on the keyboard. I don't know the controller hotkey, but pull up your map. And I want to show you something here as soon as my map loads. Whenever you enter a new zone, you're going to see these icons on your map. They're going to show you key points and locations in that map area you're in. So we have the town, and we are currently in the Clearfell. And if you look in the Clearfell, we have a mysterious campsite, and we also have this boss fight. So in this map, before I leave, I want to make sure I find these two things that are key locations to investigate in each zone. As you look over here at the Grillwood, our next zone, there's a witch hut, the Forgotten Witch, and the Bramblegast. So there's going to be 3 things in that zone that I want to look for. But it's nice every time you go into a new map to look, especially your first time playing through. That way you don't pass up and miss key features to investigate. Also, if you do not know this, whenever you come into a map and it's refreshed after 10 to 15 minutes of no one being in that area, they randomly rotate. So it has the same stuff in that area, but it might be rotated to the left or to the right, so it's not quite the same every time you go through.
Dodge this!
Okay, so here's that abandoned stash that was shown on the map, so we have that. That was a little bit of a treasure. It gave us another uncut skill gem. We're going to go ahead and also take Earthquake. So now we got a couple of moves going on here. Just gonna put Earthquake like this and try not to get killed. Dirty trick, I was trying to switch my moves. Alright, we don't have any boots, these don't have any stats except for evasion rating, but something is better than nothing this early on. Oh, that's not a good spot. Try not to get surrounded early on because damage adds up quickly. There's a helmet, and we got our first currency. That was a Orbit Transmutation. It's going to take a normal item like this helmet, and it'll put one stat on it and turn it into a blue. We're going to save that for now. Kind of wait to use it till we get something we want to invest our currency into. So if you're watching this video and you have any questions, go ahead and comment down below, and I'll check and get back to you on that, or I can make a future video and answer that question for you as we go along through this playthrough here. We already have some boots, so we're not going to pick up those. That's actually going to be the boss's pit right there, but like I said before, we want to make sure we're leveling up enough to not struggle doing some of these fights. So don't rush to the boss too early, especially in this first round. I'm going to try to get some more XP. I mean, we did hit level 3. We can probably attempt it and see how we do. What's the worst that can happen? We die, right? Got the checkpoint. Let's go up here. For this witch, she's going to use ice moves. You just want to stay out of the glowing circles on the ground. And she's going to summon these wolves and resurrect them as her minions. So it's kind of just watching. Like I said, stay out of the blue stuff. And slow and steady. We don't have to hit her with big moves all the time because that's how you're going to get caught in a lot of moves. Just focus on surviving and staying alive. Alright, we got a stun up on her. And we'll punish her when we can. Let's get rid of these ads. Alright, so it's back to us and her. We're gonna stay out of that. Punish her when we can. Alright, brought the minions back. Alrighty, handle them. Oh, let's go! A legendary. Very nice. That's what we like to see early on. Unfortunately, it's going to be the bow that I don't plan on using. Ah, but that is awesome to see. Look at that. We got a yellow ring. It's going to be a huge help in the beginning. What is this? Widow Hail Crude Bow. Bonuses gained for equip quiver. So if you equip a quiver with this bow, you're going to get 161% increased bonus from its stats. Very awesome early game unique item for a ranged class. Also, we got the Head of the Winter Wolf. If you use this item, your character is permanently going to get 10% cold resist. Definitely going to help us out. We got a larger life flask. Let's replace that. Now be careful, when you replace your life or mana flask, it actually empties it. The new one is empty when you get it, so be careful if you swap it out and go into a fight. Like right now, I'm not going to have a way to heal. So just be mindful if you quickly swap out your flask. Because I've made that mistake before.
Hammer and anvil.
That got me pumped. That's a good. Even though I can't use the item, that still gets me. That's one of the things that's so addicting about this game is the fun of what loot's gonna drop. That's what gets it for me. What am I gonna get off this boss fight? We're gonna finish clearing through the zone, and we are looking for the Mud Burrow. This is where we are heading to for our next quest, which is gonna be right here to the south by this waypoint. Alright, we're gonna go ahead, enter into that zone.
This lair, how deep does it go?
Okay, and again, like I mentioned before, we went into a new map, so we're going to pull up our map, click down into here, and if you look, we have the Devourer. So there is a boss in this burrow that we need to be looking for. Also, we have it as our quest from town. So it's just a nice little habit that I pick up, at least the first time I enter a zone, especially a first playthrough. If you're not familiar with the zone, just get a look. That way you know what you're searching for, because sometimes you miss things or you run around and you don't know what you're here for. Okay, so it looks like we found the hatchery, this little side loop spot. Sell that, try to build up some currency for us. The evasion and dexterity is an energy shield. I think I might take that one for now.
Break.
Another currency orb. Used for crafting. These mud guys popping out of the wall. Okay, another level. More damage. Okay, so spoiler alert. For this boss, he's gonna pop up and he's gonna kind of whack-a-mole, if you want. I don't know how else to reference it. He's gonna pop up and move in kind of a clockwise position every time he changes locations. Again, he'll have an unblockable move that you're going to want to dodge out the way, and just slow and steady work at him. Punish him with a big move when you can. move. And so he's gonna pop up a little bit over here. There's his big move. And here, punish him with ours in return. Shock. He's gonna go move again. There's gonna be his big move. Oh, we almost died there. Again, I'm not perfect, but we survived, luckily. Okay. There we go. Oh, it's very not nice. He's gonna merge up in the middle. There, we'll interrupt him, get a stun off, and punish him with some big damage. Okay, whenever you get him below half, his tail is also going to emerge. So now you have to watch where the tail pops up also, and it's just going to summon some of these little grubs. And if you get too close to it, it'll go ahead and attack you as well. So just watch out for the tail while you're focusing on dodging the main attack of the head. And just continue to punish him with big damage when you can, and focus on surviving. Got him stunned. Some big damage.
Hammer and anvil!
And this bug is exterminated.
A horrific task. But to protect Clearfell, I'll do it again.
Let's see, we need to upgrade the boots and the helm for sure. Let's go ahead and... Those are going to take level 5. Health regen, very good early on. Level 5 also. You don't really need the intellect, but the armor and evasion is going to help. Okay, so now we need to go back to town. Let's go ahead and town portal. Let's turn in our quest for Renly. Get a support gem. Now, these are different from the skill gems. Support gems. Click on here. Go into the sockets of your moves and increase their abilities. So with our main move being the rolling slam, I want to focus on that at the moment. I like this, Fist of War. It's going to ancestral boost our move once every 6 seconds. But if we hover over that, it's going to give it 20% more damage once every 6 seconds. So, if we use it with a 6-second window, it's going to have 20% more damage automatically added onto it. Take that. Finn, we could have sold a Renly. I don't know why I came down here, but...
Deal.
Oh, that'd be some nice gold, but...
See you.
We will... put that in here. As I said, I'm going to keep track of my currency separate from my other characters. Level 2 skill gem and level up that rolling slam.
Sorry, I was
I'm going to go to Una, and you see we're up a little bit of gold. We're going to buy some of these. Just that way I can have a couple scrolls to identify stuff. So now we need to go to Grillwood. So top off my flask before I leave. Click on the waypoint, and we're going to go to the waypoint that was halfway through the map right here in Clearfell. Saves us a little bit of runtime.
Dodge this!
Here we go. And another cool feature they added in a recent patch, whenever you get into these larger maps, you can click on these checkpoints and you're actually able to travel to other checkpoints in the same zone. So this helps if you got to run back or you forgot something, or oh, you didn't explore this section over here but you have a checkpoint. Instead of running it, just click on a waypoint, travel to another one, and it just saves you some running time. Really nice quality of life feature they added. Okay, so we entered a new map. We're going to bring up our map. And we're over here in the Grillwood now, so we have the Forgotten Witch, the Witch's Hut, the Bramblegast, and we have the Tree of Souls. So we have these things to look for in this zone that we are currently
What has
in.
changed? Not for the better.
Got another skill gem. I don't think we need another move at the moment. See, that's that ancestral boosted I was talking about. See how it has a red ring around it now? That means it's got 20% more damage the next time I use it. So let's group some mobs up. There we go. We're glowing red. More damage.
Break!
Then you can see down there it goes on cooldown and it's ready again. That's very nice to have 20% more damage on that move. Ready that fast. Really nice this early on. And we're just clearing through the map here, looking for the areas that we need to investigate. Just picking up some blue items as a staff. We're really not going to use it, but we'll actually take it to vendor. To make some money. Okay, so this is the checkpoint for the Grim Tangle. This is actually into the next zone. But what's nice about this, if you find this early on, go ahead and enter it because there's a waystone or a waypoint right at the beginning, and if you get it now, whenever we get the quest to come here, you can just teleport here right from town, and it just saves you running around trying to find this again later on. So see, it's going to tell us we can't pass here for now, but we have the waypoint, so when we need to come here, we can instantly just travel. So if you do discover that early, it's nice to do.
Dodge this!
Oh, that's not good. Get a little surrounded there. There we go. Okay, so here we have the Witch's Hut. Another location of ours we wanted to find.
It's been many years. Does the witch
Okay,
still
so
live
a
here?
little bit of a spoiler here. As you can see, we got bigger flasks to upgrade. But remember what I said before, if we swap these out right now, we're going to lose all of our filled up flask uses and not have any way to heal or recover mana. So let's wait on that just a second, because the witch is going to attack us once we leave. They kind of bait you there a little bit. If you swap it out and you come out here, you have no flask, and now you have a boss, a little rare mob, not really a boss, staring you in the face, and no way to heal. It's kind of a little tough lesson from GGG there for you if you fall for it. This witch, she's going to use ice abilities, and she's going to teleport stealth. Just watch out for the ice damage. Continue to roll and focus on survivability like we have been. And slowly but surely we're going to come out victorious and defeat the witch. Hey, and we leveled up from that. Another support gem. We got a nice one-handed mace. I will take that. Let's see the stats on these. 4 to 7. Lightning and crit. What I want to do is, I don't block with the shield that much. I'm confident and comfortable with me rolling and dodging. So let's do, I wanted to go dual wield one-handed maces. So this is kind of what we want to do with this build. Okay, now that we got a boss fight out of the way, let's get a flask upgrade and a mana pot upgrade. So again, now our flasks are empty, but fighting some regular monsters, we should be able to fill those up fairly quickly. Let's get a little bit more damage. So I believe we need to find the bramble gas and the tree. See, there's a two-handed mace, and I've seen a lot of people at the launch of Early Access. They was going the two-handed mace for bigger damage, but it has an attack speed penalty, so it was slower attacks, and a lot of people was having trouble. Seen a lot of streamers dying a lot. So I want to try something a little different and see if it's viable with the dual-wield one-handers.
My satchel is full.
Okay. That's what I think. Oh, this hammer does lightning and fire. So we have a chance to... There you go, got some fire. It's a little cool. But elemental damage going on. Okay, so this is the main thing we was looking for. The tree.
What happened here? This
Talk to
shade.
Una.
There is a battlefield, then you will know how to forge.
So she's going to send us to the Red Veil. We're going to go ahead and grab that waypoint here so we can come back here. Don't have to search for it again. But remember, we still have the Bramble Gas to look for, so I don't want to leave this zone yet. We know we have to find the Red Veil entrance, but I also want to find the Bramble Gas in this zone as well. Strength, lightning resist, health regen, and physical. All that is right. We also are level 5 now. We can equip these. We don't really want to take Grace back to town. We'll open up our inventory with some more loot. So get rid of these. We will sell some blue quality and up. Let's go ahead and take our gems. We know we are using Rolling Slam a lot. Let's take Overpower. Do some more stun build up. And what can we level to? Let's level Bone Shatter. There we go. A little bit of an upgrade there for us as we continue the journey.
Dodge this!
Okay. So we found the Bramble Gas. Just from my previous playthroughs, I know when you find this thorny wall-looking area, that is going to be the Bramble Gas's den, lair, whatever we want to call it. So there's going to be a checkpoint. We'll just run over real quick and get it, in case we do meet our demise here.
The very groundwood turns against me.
Okay, this guy is going to use a bit of some hard-hitting moves. He's going to send out some chaos stuff. So really pay attention here. And make sure you dodge, focus on survival. You don't have to punish him with the big moves. Really want to watch out for this chaos stuff. That is nasty. Alrighty.
This can't go on.
Got us another skill gem, but I think we're good on our moves right now. We can level up a move, but I don't think I'm going to take another move. Well, let's go ahead and level Earthquake up. We don't have gloves. Let's go ahead. Fire resistance and mana. I don't really care about the mana, but the fire resist? Sure. So, with that being the Bramble Gas, we found the tree, we found the witch's hut. That's going to be all the key things in this area investigated. Now let's find the entrance to the Red Veil and continue our quest. We will gladly get some XP along the way and continue our upscale in power. Then maybe somewhere over this way. Let's find out. We don't have a belt. It's got just basic stats on it, but sure. Here we go. Here's going to be our entrance to the Red Veil.
These were not my ancestors, but I still
You know what? Let's go
respect
back
their
real
valor.
quick. And let's sell. Since we got the waypoint, and it'll bring us right back here real quick. Let's go back. Vendor. And come back in with a clean inventory because I'm going to want to make a little bit of gold. It's not going to be much, but just slowly but surely work on getting some gold.
Tired of the slaughter? You're feeling lucky? Deal. Bye then.
Go ahead and fill back up the well if we needed to. And we're going to go right back over here to the Red Veil. Okay, so we're looking for the obelisk of rust containing runes of power.
For an anvil!
Okay, when you get close to these obelisks, you're going to hear some whispering and stuff. You're going to hear an audible cue in the direction of it. A little bit to help you out there.
But
Go ahead
it
and
might
click
hold
on it.
the runes I seek.
Okay, defeat the monster. So it's going to flood us with some minions here. Can't cause a little bit of mayhem. Alrighty.
They still defend
That's
their
one.
even no chance.
It's going to be another level up. We'll take it, get some more damage. I want to work my way over here towards Brutal. And then out towards Smash. I want to get some early damage and focus on survivability on my gear. At least for now, is the way I kind of want to do these early passives.
Dodge this!
Okay, that's a 6 to 10. What's this going to do? 4 to 7 and 4 to 7 fire damage. We will take a little upgrade here. And I got dual out of these hammers. Looks pretty nice. Thought I heard it down this way, but I wanted to check the bombs. Okay, here's going to be our second obelisk. Let's get this party started.
Who is that?
Organize this a little bit. There we go.
Feel my wrath!
Okay, it's going to be a third final obelisk.
Last one.
What do we have here? The Rust King. Let's see if he's rusty or if he's still got it. He's gonna summon his swords and slam them down at us. Let's get him to stun there and punish him. Okay, he's gonna summon minions. Slam us with his weapons again. Dodge out of that. He's gonna shoot his weapons out. Summon minions after us. We're just not gonna let them surround us. We're gonna be pretty good. One moment. Dodge that. Oh, he's stunnable. Go ahead and stun him, and I think the rescuing's gonna be done here. We got some yellow shoes. Let's go. Let's go ahead and take those shoes. And don't need mana, but let's take the evasion and energy shield and some resistances. I'm gonna lose a little bit of regen, but that is fine. Need that as a quest item. So actually, if I go one of these way, socketed, an uncut skill there, and that's actually a blue versus our white. Might get some more damage out of that club. Let's check just to be on the safe side. It's going to do 6 to 10 and stun build up. Okay, back to the encampment.
Here are your spikes, but I would ask.
Okay, give us our crescent.
Take a
We're
look.
gonna sell to you.
Might make good
It's
scrap.
fine work, Father. I still have much to learn.
Make some money. We're almost at 1,000 gold. He's at 42, like 085. So let's just call it 42,000. So we got 700 gold. That's really here for us yet.
Stick to the care.
Level 3 gem. Okay, so we have the next bracket of moves. Skill gems, you get moves at every odd level and every even level. They kind of expect you to use it to level up your gems currently that you have. I'm going to take Armor Break. I like this one. You can break armor on mobs, especially bosses. Reducing their armor, allowing you to deal more damage. And 40% more attack speed while dual wielding. If we are dual wielding, that's going to swing faster for us. Shift our moves down a little bit like that. And it is to the waypoint and back to the tree in Grailwood.
You have them. Stab them into the room. Good. Now the others.
Release that which you hold.
He's unconscious, but he...
Go back to town to speak with Yuna.
The wound. Only by a grim tangle. I like to hold on to bits and pieces. Any that catch your eye?
She has now necklaces and rings, but we do not have
Stay
money
safe.
for those right now.
If you can.
So earlier, as I said, the Grim Tangle, where we get that waypoint, now that we need to go there, instead of having to find it or path to it again, we can simply click on the Grim Tangle and go to that waypoint. Just saves us a little bit of time.
If the Fey spirits...
So coming into the Grim Tangle, we're going to pull up the map, and there is Ervig the Rotten Druid. So we know to investigate, and we are looking for the Rotten Druid down here.
The old magic still thrives.
For a moment, everything felt alive. No chance!
Really liking how smooth this is currently coming along. It doesn't feel too slow and clunky. We have our rolling slam. That's our slowest move, kind of, but that's okay. We're only going to use that when we have time to punish our big bosses or clear big patches, and it's not too bad. It's working out for us. We get our stun, and we're clearing large groups of pressure. Oh no! Well, if we was hardcore, that would have been it. But that's the fun. That's the purpose of this video. We're all going to make mistakes. I was talking a little bit there. And stood in the poison cloud that a lot of these mobs drop when they die. No biggie, though. As I was saying, we kind of got a little clearing method with getting a stun and then clearing a big AoE with Bone Shatter. We'll chalk that death up to educational purposes.
Dodge this!
Okay, who is catching stuff on fire there? We got ourselves a level, and we got Brutal. 10% stun build up, 16% increased melee damage, and 10 to strength. All of that is good. So I think with this build, I want to do stun build up, and quite possibly we might look at going into some bleed damage. I think with attacking faster, applying bleed, stunning the bosses, don't see too much of that. I think everyone else was focused on big single two-hander or two-handers, just hitting very hard with slow big attacks. I think for now that's what we're going to aim at doing, is a dual wield stun, more attack speed, bleed type of build. And there's no wrong way to discover and explore these maps and levels. You just kind of pick directions, go through, and if you hit a dead end, you kind of go the other way, like I said. And if you find the exit but know you haven't found the places of interest that are on the map, just turn around and head back to clear the rest of the map until you find them. Not die over a scroll of wisdom, but we'll take it. Okay, see, I know this is going to be the exit because these are coffins for the cemetery. So we've got the checkpoint so we can teleport to that. But we're going to go back and look for the druid. We need to find the druid in this map.
Face me!
Okay, here we are. Den of the Druid. Okay, this guy, the gnarly thing you gotta watch out for is he'll summon these roots up from the ground like tentacles, and they lash you pretty hard. He's gonna teleport, some stuff, and the other thing he'll do is he'll teleport you to the middle where those fungal spores are, and you just hurry up and roll out the way. Like there, you just get out the way, and they'll blow up with a second delay. Got a stun on him. Apply some armor break. Okay, we broke his armor. It's going to be more for there's those tentacles I was talking about. Those deal some damage. Focus. Surviving. He's going to move locations. Okay, he's going to teleport me to the middle. I'm going to hurry up and roll out of there before they explode. Not too bad. Okay, he summoned them. Nope. I thought he was going to summon the boulder. The other thing he does here is he'll summon a big boulder, and after a delay, he'll lob it at you. Just make sure you time your roll, and you'll be okay. There it is. And we got hit in the face with it. Oh, okay. Let's stun ya and put ya to rest.
How many more will I have to kill before this is through?
I believe our belt is a gray. Yes, let's replace that belt. Very nice. Okay, and quickly, prime example here, we grab that checkpoint by the exit. Instead of having to run all this way back over there, we're just going to click on this checkpoint here. As you can see, we can just travel. Really nice quality of life thing they added in the past patch. That's very, very nice addition.
Quickly! My family has been up. That bastard tyrant Praetor Draven. He's taken my
Yeah,
family hostage.
that guy.
They're being held somewhere beyond these gates. I never thought he would stoop this. I sent for reinforcements.
I'll stop
I
it.
will gladly honor this request.
Okay, so here is the Praetor Mausoleum, where one of the bosses are. Very nice, found it early on. They kind of shuffle them around on this map, so sometimes you have to search around a while until you find them. Got a little lucky there.
This place has not been abandoned.
Entering a new map. We are inside the Praetor Mausoleum, so if we click on that, we see there is Forgotten Riches and Draven the Praetor. So, two things to look for in this map.
And
Coward!
Very nice. Got us a rare chest piece. Armor, increase armor power resist, life regen, and so we're gonna lose a little bit of strength. That equals out to about 12 health. You get 2 life per strength. So I'm liking all this armor and life regen. We're gonna go ahead and swap that out. I like that as an upgrade. I also see I got a support gem. Let's go ahead and let's get Rage. What Rage does is every attack that we hit with our melee attack, you can put on another move. I'm going to put on my melee attack. We're going to get a point of Rage every time we hit with melee. 3 Rage, actually. And that's going to give us 1% per on Rage. So 3% more damage every time we hit for a maximum of 30. More damage.
hammer and anvil.
You've seen we had some of that rage stacked up there. Here, let's get some up there. So we got 6 rage up here in the corner, and then it'll decay away. that'll really help. If you click on these urns, sometimes you can get some gear to pop out of there. It's not guaranteed, but just I've had stuff pop out of there. It's like, why not bust it? See if you get a little surprise. And what I'm doing, I like to go around the edge of the maps, just personal preference, and then I'll cut through the middle and start to play it from there. Level up. Very nice. Skeletons? Okay, so let's get out to here. I at least want to come out to here and damage. And then we'll start to look at... It'll be some good bit of damage. And then we'll look at some defensive options nearby to kind of balance us out a little bit. We don't want to invest in all damage, and then we'll start becoming squishy and falling behind defensively.
Vitality.
Take some of my things to Mender.
Hammer and anvil.
Okay, nice. So, checkpoint, and looks like we found the switch. This is going to be the Forgotten Riches. So, here, get some extra stuff to sell if we don't get any upgrades. That's okay. Take the little bit we can get. Nice if we can get a ring and a neck piece. Amulet. Okay, so now to look for the boss fight. Over in here, and then maybe lastly down there, probably.
That's this!
Sustenance.
Okay, so it does look like it's going to be down here, opposite of the Forgotten Riches. Okay, here we are at checkpoint. Going into this boss fight, staying up close to melee, he's gonna swing his sword around a lot, shoot some bolts out. He'll call for aid from his wife, and she will come in and summon 3 green rings. So whenever it starts, it's kind of like a triple dodge roll. There's gonna be 3 of them, and then you're in the clear. One of the things to watch for. I know he has a big flaming strike that'll shoot out. There's those bolts. Stun. There it was. We stunned him doing it. Okay, there she is. There's going to be 1, 2, 3. And she's going to go away again. So, whenever she appears, just know it's a phase of 3. It'll always be 3.
Your intrusion will be punished. Asinia, join me.
Calm for her again. Alright, so 1, 2, and 3. Okay, here she comes. 1, 2, 3.
Your intrusion will be punished.
Stun him.
Stop me.
And we're gonna punish him.
You're to me, Asinia.
Hitting with the armor break. Okay, there she is. 1, 2, and 3. That was his main move. Let's punish him.
Rend your soul.
And he's out of here. Oh, another yellow. Very nice. We like rares.
This was my pleasure.
We have medium mana flask. Let's discover that one. That one's mana. Let's see. Yellow versus a blue. Yes, please. Life regen, health, evasion. Very nice. And then we're going to get a portal to exit us back to the cemetery. I forgot to when we first came into this zone, but if we pull up the cemetery, as you can see, we have the mausoleum of the praetor where we was. We have the tomb of the consort, the other place we have to go. But also up here on the top level of the cemetery, there is an ancient rune we need to look for to fully discover this area. As you can see, we are pretty much full on items. I am going to go back to town real quick. Need to make a little bit of money as I go. That's okay. Again, if it's not your first time through in your speed running, you can mix it up, do what you want. But again, focusing this as if it's your first character, first playthrough, you're going to want to be accumulating some gold as you go.
Hello. I've collected these over time. Oh, I like this one.
We're finally up 1,800. That is nice.
Stay safe.
Going to save our money. Cleared our inventory back out. We will refill our potions and go right back to it.
Dodge this!
Sometimes they put these objectives by each other, sometimes they put them across the map from each other, so just a little bit of RNG, whether it's going to be close or further away. That's going to be another level up. And smash. 20% more melee damage and melee damage against heavily stunned. Let's take that. Okay, real quick, while we're here, next we could keep going, but I want to focus a little bit on defense. That's going to be armor break. In effect, that's more offensive. Okay, so armor and 80% more armor. We might come this way. Okay, yeah. Let's go this way a little bit and get a little bit of defensiveness. Might even come down here. I like our damage at the moment. That was almost dangerous.
Face me!
Okay, we got a first rune, I believe so. So let me clear the dangers. And real quick, so runes are in the game. They can go in armor or weapons that have a open socket like this, and they just provide more stats. As you can see, if you add it to a weapon, we'll get 1 to 20 lightning damage added to our attacks. Or if we put it in a armor, we're going to get some lightning resistance. I'm going to hold on to that for now. Another rune. It's going to be the same thing, but for cold instead of lightning. Still on the search here. Here it is. Okay. So if you look, they kind of put them across from each other. But also, I believe we didn't find the other chest up top, so we know where that's at. Let me grab the checkpoint. That way we can instantly come back here. And let's finish uncovering this a little bit and probably get that other point of interest.
No chance!
Okay, here it is. Ancient Ruin. We're gonna get a free ring out of there. Some mana. I'm not really focused on mana right now, but we'll take it. Let's go ahead and upgrade our Rolling Slam to level 3. Again, when you find your gems, it's whatever move and what order, what you're using the most. I know this is my big damage dealer at the moment, so I want to upgrade that one first, and probably followed by Bone Shatter. And just keep on upping our power and survivability as we go.
I will put the Eternals back in their graves.
Let's bring up the map. Okay, so we have a embattled trove and the Praetor's Consort. Two things to find in here.
You'll break!
Okay, so we know that's a dead end, so it's going to go this way. It's like sometimes it'll have both ways are open, then you got to kind of come back if you didn't find everything on one side. So it's nice to know that that's closed off and we only have to go this way to find both points of interest. Zombie can't take a hint. Or skeleton for that matter. Dread stench. Watch. And we are getting some nice rares. Level 10 mace. We are level 9. There we go. What is this? 6 strength, level 10. Armor and energy shield. This one, strength, armor, and energy shield. Let's do a little comparison. 56 to 26. Level 8 versus level 10. And regen. Oh no, this one's stats are nice. A little bit less armor and energy shield. I think we might rock with this one. Leaning more towards that one. Oh, there's another slim mace. We will upgrade into dual slim maces at level 10. Oh my gosh, another chest piece. We are getting lucky. The shame we're not getting other equipment slots. I mean, I played some characters where I've just been denied, and it was rock and blue going through most of this. But let's see here. Evasion rating, 29 health. This is life. It's okay if we're not going to use it. That's going to be some vendor profit.
Feel my wrath.
That is going to be our first charm. Let's get a ruby charm. It's going to give us fire resistance, and whenever we take fire damage, as long as we have 40 out of 80 charges, we use it twice, we will gain 25 fire resist whenever we take a hit temporarily. So that, we'll do that automatically. Okay. This is going to be the haunted treasure, which is going to be the secondary objective. So that's what we found for that. going to be another support gem. Let's go ahead. I want to do this. Let's do lacerate. 50% chance to inflict a bleed on our melee. Yeah. So as you can see, our actually Mace Strike right now is our top damage dealer, even though our Rolling Slam is our heavy move. Our actual Mace Strike itself, our regular swings, is what's gonna deal our most damage. And also that move's gonna give us rage. It's gonna now chance to bleed. Oh, look at Skeleton had a bleed on him. Right there, you see some blood coming off of him, so it's working. I think that'll be very nice. We're going to take that level up there. Very nice. I think it'll be nice adding that bleed damage onto these boss fights. Our passive point and get some more armor. And in a recent update, they lowered the gold cost to respec passive points. So don't feel worried about if you're pathing wrong or feel like you have to plan it all out. You can just get an idea in your head, run with it, learn from your mistakes, and read a little bit at a time into the passive tree. You don't have to plan it all out. Just go with it, and if it doesn't work out, you can change some stuff or just might need to switch some gear around to make it work. So it looks like we've been everywhere but this way. So we know we got the side objective. We're just looking for the boss encounter now. I think we're just needing, yes, just a neck piece is all we're missing. Dangerous right there. Alright, checkpoint. That means we are at the boss. Okay, so we seen her in the last boss fight. She's going to do those 3 circles that we're going to roll. They come in a group of 3. Also, she's going to summon a bone cage. You don't want to stay in there for too long because she will rain down some nasty spell damage. So if you get stuck in the bone cage, make sure you break the bone walls themselves and go on and get out of there before they come crashing down. Armor broke. Got a bleed on her. As you can see, blood's flicking off. Oh, there we go. 1, 2, and 3. Okay. There's Bone Cage. I'm going to roll out of it. And we're going to punish her while she's standing there casting. Oh, we got a stun on her. Go ahead and stun her. And punish her. Make sure we get that armor break back up. 30%. It's going to be more damage. Alright, Bone Cage. We're going to break the wall and get out of that. And that's right. Okay, she called for the husband. Alright, he's going to come in and give a little boost and then he'll leave again. Alright, 1, 2, and 3. Dodge that. She's going to teleport. Don't hit that. We got to back up to play armor. Okay, get out of the bone. And let's punish her. And there we go. As you can see, with our build coming along, getting some defensive stats, that wasn't as bad as the other ones. I kind of think we're going to pick up smaller stuff, which is okay. Now that we got both of the key pieces, we'll go back here to the Gravekeeper.
You have the keys. Do my eyes again to see?
Let's open the gates.
At last, it's open! Praise the first one! What is this? Graves! Isabel, Torko, Callum, the family of Count Lachlan of Ogham. My family! This doesn't make any sense! They're dead! Those bastard Eternals! I must make them pay! I must make them suffer!
Okay. This guy, he's going to slam in front of him, and he's also going to turn around and swing it behind him as well. So be careful standing directly behind him. Don't stand in front of him. There he goes, frontwards and backwards. Also, he will send out this greenish ghost that goes up in the air. When it first goes up in the air, it deals no damage. It's when it comes crashing down is when you have to watch for the damage part. Other than that, just see right there is the up, and the down part is when you take damage. Let's break his armor. We got a stun. We got the bleed going on him. We're doing really good. Let's get that armor break back to 30% and continue. There's that up, and he hit us with, oh, we got double hit there. That was almost bad. Good thing we got some survivability. Got the 30 armor break back. Get that 30 armor break back. We have a bleed going. Slowly but surely getting there. We have a stun, and we're going to punish him with big damage here. And we're going to finish it. Okay, so we almost messed up there. We got hit with the skulls coming down in a frontward slam at the same time, but we survived.
You've earned it.
We got an upgraded life flask. I believe a mana flask. Oh no, that'll be an upgraded mana flask as well. Let's see what these braces are, if they're an upgrade. Level 1 to all melee skills. We are going to take that with some evasion rating because we're not too worried about our mana. So we'll go ahead and equip those. Let's check out these potions. 150 versus 90. Let's take that upgrade there. And 90 versus 70 to the mana. Take that there. We have a skill gem to upgrade. We used a bone shatter. Let's upgrade that. And now we need to go back to Una. So that's going to be a town, but let's go into the next zone. And we'll pick up our waypoint so we can travel back as soon as we get done in town.
Corruption has twisted these wilds beyond.
Spirits in the trees. Oh, I have a grand quest for you here. How do I a little while back, a group of... See, now well, you pay them a visit. Who knows what prizes await? Sure, I'll take it off your hands. Watch yourself out there.
Let's go ahead and turn that quest into Una.
I don't know how to up. It's in my... Goodbye.
How long?
This sea.
Yes.
So if we are to heal this...
Okay, so now the hooded one is going to be here in town for us. What I didn't realize he can do is right here, it's going to say identify items. If you run out of scrolls of wisdom and don't want to buy any, you can just leave unidentified items in your inventory. And when you come back to town, just click identify items and he'll actually discover all items in your inventory for you and save you on scrolls so you can stock up on them. I just thought that's very neat and I didn't realize that at first.
Remain vigilant.
Actually, now that we're level 10, we can go ahead and equip our new chest piece and upgrade our weapons. Alrighty.
Care to take a look at my... Feeling lucky? Guess I can help move that for you. Go make a legend or two.
Alrighty guys, this looks like a good stopping point here for now. If you found this video helpful, drop a like, subscribe to the channel. We're going to have more Path of Exile 2 content coming out, and look forward for part 2. Thanks for watching.